Hello and welcome to the official Vindictus game review. Now first off, we're going to start by going over the options. If you've played any other first-person shooter, you are probably familiar with the settings. If you played any Source games that are based off the Half-Life 2 engine, here is it's exactly the same thing, except with a little bit more options. Now you can see I'm getting 30 frames per second because I'm recording with fraps, but there is a built-in in-game recorder. You can customize every single key there is in the game, and there's voice communication over multiplayer. And there's also a bunch of other options. So you can play, if you have a 360 controller that plugs into the PC, you can plug it in and then play it on the PC. And again, now you're seeing some of the other options. Now, the coolest thing is the coolest thing so far is a microphone option, so you can talk to other players that are in your party in multiplayer. And we'll get to that later on. See, I'm just testing the mic.
The mic works.
See, yep. I can't say if the voice quality in the game is high enough, but it is pretty decent. Now, in terms of characters, there's 3 of them to pick from. There's Fiona, the sword and shield dude, the magician, Eve the magician, and then the guy in the middle, who is pretty badass. Now, there's a lot to go over in terms of graphics and particle physics. You could see how much destruction there is in the game and how satisfying that is. I mean, and this is the introductory quests. There are more quests, like this is if you've never played the game before, this is where this footage comes from. Pretty awesome stuff right there, as well as this, like, if you used the Source engine before, you would know what I'm talking about. Like if you played a Half-Life 2 game, you'd know what I'm talking about. It's pretty awesome. I mean, there's combos you could hit, like mouse 1, mouse 1, mouse 2 is a combo. And right here you could see the lip sync that's done by Model Viewer in Half-Life 2. Though the player models are pretty decent, I mean, you could kind of see that right now. Well, not decent, better than any other free-to-play game there is so far, until the Crisis free-to-play comes out, which is going to be great. Next we have character customizations. Now from what you can see here, it's pretty basic. All you can do is edit hairstyle, hair color, eye color, and skin tone, as well as height. Now the height of the character does affect gameplay. The taller you are, the more damage you do. The shorter you are, the lower damage you do, but you hit faster. And when you are taller, you do hit slower. So you might want to consider that depending on the type of character you are making. Next we have the campaign. Now each character has a different type of campaign. Knowing Nexon, it's obvious, but one thing that is pretty awesome is that the Source engine, like Nexon revolutionized the Source engine by adding a brand new MMORPG style thing. You can see it right now. If you played any Half-Life 2 game, you wouldn't see any of these options, and it's pretty goddamn fucking revolutionary. So when you're outside, you'd basically be in a town like this. There's other towns, but you'd have to go to the docks, which I'm doing right now. And at the docks, you basically go to dungeons, and that's where you battle at the moment. So there's like a beginner dungeon, a fishing boat. That's if you have the fishing skill yet. I don't have it yet, because I'm still a beginner. And yes, there's only 1 male character and 2 females, as I went over earlier. But the female warrior with the shield is an awesome tank. So she's the tank. The dude with the 2 swords is basically assault, and the other guy, the magician, is basically defense and offense. The magician could be anything you want, because it has the most variety to choose from. Now in terms of combat, there's combinations, and the combinations could be pretty badass, and you could see some of that right now. Now, for the tank character, if you hold on space, you basically open your shield, and this game has a lot of blood. So, if you like blood, and if you like to blow shit for fun, highly recommended. Though it does get repetitive, since there isn't, like, the dungeons aren't all the same, but the one thing that bugs me is that it's only dungeons. It's not a it's not an open world game. And you'll get hints like at the bottom left corner telling you different combos that you could use in order to enjoy, well, to satisfy your taste of kill in the game. So next is dungeon game modes. Each dungeon has up to 3 game modes from what I can tell so far. And that's like AP, no, it's AP, ability points, or just experience itself. You need ability points to waste on skills, so you could level your character's skills up, so you could do better, cool damage and stuff. And you also need to complete every single mission on each. Well, not really, you don't need to complete every single one, but if you're doing the quest or the in-game campaign, you will need to complete every single mission in each of the ports. It'll give you objectives and stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory. And another thing to go over is that this game has a huge obsession with cats. There's like the fucking character store cat, the fucking port cat. There's a bunch of cats for some reason. Another thing to mention is that Vindictus has 200 channels, which range from channel 1 to channel 200. You can switch the channel by clicking the CH button on the top right of your screen, and it'll bring you to a different channel. And it's basically the same thing, but it's less populated or more populated, or no one's there, or like there's someone dropping money and stuff. Now this is an example of the multiplayer gameplay. Like, you would, just like the single player one, you would have a bunch of other people in your party and you could use mics, and we're using it currently. And yeah, that's Sykes talking over the mic. So this has basically been the review for Vindictus. I give it a 9.5 out of 10, and that's pretty high in terms of my scale, because I don't usually rate MMOs that high, except Lord of the Rings Online, because it's fucking awesome. But that's just that. And if you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more, leave a comment or subscribe. And again, I would like to thank Kills, 7 Cooper, and Claire Ellen for being in the multiplayer gameplay footage. So I will see you regular viewers on Monday in Daily Fix of Call of Duty Black Ops.